When it comes to buying the right products, there's a lot to look out for. That's why today, we've picked and reviewed the 5 best models for you. And we've ranked them by many different factors, such as price, quality, durability, performance, and more. You can see their prices and find out more information by using the links in the description down below. Let's not waste any more time and get started with the video. We are going to start this list with the best budget option that you can get your hands on.
Number 5. Orki Dashcam. The GER-02's camera sports a very wide 170-degree field of view which easily covers pretty much everything of interest in front of the car. Some cameras that opt for a very wide-angle lens introduce a lot of distortion and a narrow depth of field to the image, but the GER-02 manages to keep things looking quite clear with very little distortion even around the edges of the image. Sure, narrower fields of view like the 106-degree field of view of the Garmin 55 do tend to make distant objects look a bit clearer, but in the case of the GER-02 we would gladly trade that distance clarity for a picture that covers much more area. The GER-02's 1080p Full HD resolution shines, particularly during the day, creating very clear images that provide you with all the detail you could want of your daily driving happenings. In general, the colours look good, though we did notice a slightly unnatural blue tint on bright days when driving towards the sun. At night, the GER-02's video looks great, with good resolution and quite crisp detail. It also tends to make the most of any light around, so we had a very easy time reading license plates on all but the fastest moving cars. Once the GER-02's G-sensor detects a crash or something like it, it'll automatically save the current video clip as one that cannot be overwritten. You can set the clip length to 3, 5 or 10 minutes. This has more options than most cameras provide and lets you go a bit shorter if you want to save space on the memory card, or longer if you want more of a guarantee that a protected clip is going to contain all the footage you need. Some models, like the Vantrue N2, offer shorter 1-minute clips for those that really want to save space. The GER-02 can also start and stop protected recordings. Simply press the emergency button when you want to start recording and press it again when you're done. This is great if you come across an amazing sunset and want to make sure a recording of it gets protected from overwriting. The GER-02's slim profile is also helped by the use of an adhesive mount. Adhesives allow the mounts to be small while still providing the same amount of stability as a much larger suction cup mount. The camera easily removes from the mount if you don't want to display your camera in the windshield while the car is parked. The Orki GER-02 is both one of the best performing and most reasonably priced dash cams currently available.
Next up, we have a model which gives you the best value for your money.
Number 4. Viofo A119 V3. Viofo has quickly made a name for itself by providing quality dashcams at low prices. If OnePlus made a dashcam, it would probably be just like the A119 V3. The V3 gives you a bit of a clue here. It's the 3rd generation of this model and offers buffered parking modes plus time-lapse. Video quality is very good during the day and good at night. The maximum bit rate is an impressive 30.8 megabits per second, and while you can select a lower bit rate in the settings to save memory on the SD card, this doesn't make much sense because you'd be sacrificing image quality. Video resolution goes all the way up to 2560 by 1600 pixels or 1600p. Most users prefer to run this camera at 2560 by 1440 or 1440p resolution though, which is a 16:9 format and the same width but a bit less tall. Lower resolutions are also supported, including 1080p at 60 frames per second FPS and 720p at up to 120 FPS. However, we recommend setting the resolution to 1440p at maximum bitrate to achieve the best video quality. The A119 V3 uses the same wedge-shaped casing as the previous A119 cameras, thus it's just as discreet and functional as its predecessors, with the 2-inch screen and the 5 characteristic buttons below the display. The lock file button is a bit taller than the others and located in the center, so it's easy to find even without looking at the camera. 2 non-GPS mounts are included with the camera. These 2 are of different thicknesses to help with various windshield configurations. A GPS mount is available also, costs extra, and it is slightly thicker than both of the non-GPS mounts. The GPS mount has a connector for the power cable, so you can easily remove the camera from your car without having to remove the cable. The inclusion of buffered parking mode will probably make this camera a bestseller in the mid-price range. We definitely recommend the A119 V3 if you're looking for a relatively low-price dashcam with advanced parking modes and great video quality.
Moving up, we have the most versatile model out there. Let's take a look.
Number 3. Rexing V3. The Rexing V3 is a dual-channel dash cam that can record 2 separate perspectives in full 1080p high-definition video quality. The wide dynamic range permits optimal recording in any lighting situation. The V3 2.7-inch LCD 1080p car camera dashcam features an easy-to-use Wi-Fi connection that allows you to view, save and share dashcam recordings wirelessly on your mobile device with an app interface. Power for our car dash camera is delivered by a supercapacitor, a premium alternative to a lithium-ion battery that features enhanced temperature resistance to hot and cold climates. This camera includes a loop recording feature. It supports UHS 1 Class 10 or higher micro SD cards up to 256GB. When the built-in gravity sensor inside the dashboard camera detects a collision, the current video is locked, ensuring that important footage is kept. Locked video will be safe from being overwritten. Internal GPS logger allows you to mark time, date, location and speed information to your recordings. View, save and share dashcam recordings wirelessly on your mobile device with the use of the free Rexing Connect app, available now for iOS and Android devices. With a parking monitor feature, the dash camera will automatically turn on and record when the car camera detects vibration, or dashcam will capture frames for a time-lapse video for 24/7. Please connect the smart hardwire kit to activate the parking mode. When the storage limit is reached on the memory card, new recordings will automatically overwrite the oldest recordings. Supports UHS 1 Class 10 or higher micro SD cards up to 256GB, sold separately. When the built-in G-sensor inside the dashboard camera detects a collision, the current video is locked, ensuring that important footage is kept. Locked video will be safe from being overwritten.
Before we talk about the best model overall, let's look at the runner-up for this list.
Number 2. Vantrue N2 Pro. If you make some or all of your income from driving people places, whether it be in a taxi or as part of a rideshare service, we think the Vantrue N2 Pro Uber Dual is the perfect dashcam to provide you with solid evidence should a lawsuit or complaint be thrown your way. If you're not a taxi or rideshare driver, the N2 Pro is still a great camera, but is probably overkill. Earning the top score in this metric, the Vantrue N2 Pro Uber Dual was able to impress us with its footage at almost every turn. It's also one of the few models around that offers a cab-facing camera to record the driver and passengers, as well as a road-facing camera. We highly doubt anybody's going to find the N2 Pro's video lacking. The N2 Pro's front-facing camera sports an incredible 2.5K 1440p high-definition resolution. This results in very clear footage that looks like it came from one of the latest smartphones. The colours are also quite vibrant, making the footage more than worthy of posting on social media if you happen to encounter something incredible on one of your drives. The N2 Pro's unique cab-facing camera provides both video and audio of the car's driver and passengers. Outside of rideshare and taxi drivers, this feature probably isn't useful, but for those that do often have paying passengers in their car, it can be a lifesaver in the instance that you need to seek compensation for damage done by an unruly passenger. When creating a time-lapse, you can select for a photo to be taken once every 1, 5 or 10 seconds. Those photos are then played back at 30 frames per second to create a time-lapse. This is a nice feature if you're looking to record a memento of an entire road trip. Just remember that in this mode, normal recording is shut off. The Vantrue N2 Pro is a fantastic and fully featured dashcam for rideshare and taxi drivers, but is likely overkill both in terms of function and performance for most people.
Finally, the next model is the best overall. From us, it gets a perfect score in all categories.
Number 1. Street Guardian SG9663DC. Released in November 2017, the Street Guardian SG9663DC is a high-end front and rear car camera. Taking a different approach than its competitors, Street Guardian didn't aim to include as many cutting-edge features as possible. Instead, they focused on the basics: reliability, usability, and image quality. Let's start with the latter. The SG9663DC records hands down the best video quality of all the dual-channel dashcams we've reviewed so far. At a video resolution of 1080p, 1920 by 1080, and 30 frames per second, the bitrate is 15 megabits per second for both the front and rear channels. With its stealthy wedge shape, the SG9663DC keeps a low profile on your windshield. If you'd like to avoid attracting unwanted attention while parking in a sketchy area, the camera is easy to remove from its mount if you want to take it with you or stow it away. It even comes with a useful pouch to store it in while off-duty. GPS logging is supported and an external GPS antenna is included with the camera. Speed can be displayed in kilometers an hour or miles per hour. A CPL lens is also included to reduce reflections in the windshield when driving in bright sunlight. This camera comes with a memory card included. You can choose between 32, 64, 128, 256, 400 or 512GB SD cards. The smallest card, 32GB, gives you just above 2 hours of total recording time, while the 512GB card allows you to record an impressive 37 hours of footage before loop recording kicks in. To sum it up, this is an excellent two-way dashcam for beginners and advanced users alike. The built-in screen allows for ease of installation and operation, and its wedge-shaped body keeps it stealthy and discreet. Buying guide. Firstly, video quality. This one is pretty important as it'll dictate how much you'll actually be able to make out from the image captured. HD, high definition, is the thing to look out for, as this will provide clear, sharp video, but UHD, videos are twice the resolution of HD, and 4K dashcams, video resolution 4 times the size of HD, are becoming more popular. The reason for needing such clear pictures is down to being able to see the smaller details, for example the number plate of the car that's just collided with you and driven off, or the face of the person who's just tried to break into your car. Secondly, viewing angles. The viewing angle refers to how much of the road ahead or behind can be recorded. Dashcams sold at Halford start at about 120 degrees and go up to a full 180 degrees. In comparison, the human eye has a field of vision of about 140 degrees, so a 180 degree camera will capture more of what's going on at the sides of your car, important for collisions that happen at the side or corners of the vehicle. And thirdly, storage. If you're recording UHD or 4K video, the video files can get pretty large. If your SD card fills up, then the dashcam will just record over old, unimportant footage known as looped recording. This is normal, as it's likely you won't actually want to watch recordings of your daily commute, and any collisions will be automatically locked and won't be overwritten. The thing to take into consideration here is how much video you can capture before videos are recorded over. The higher the storage, the more footage you can record. Thanks for watching. I hope you liked the video. If you found it helpful, please remember to leave a like and subscribe to my channel to see more videos like this in the future. If you have any questions related to these products, you can leave a comment below and I'll get back to you as soon as I can.